I'm Ben Meiselas from the MeidasTouch Network. After Donald Trump's surrender in Fulton County, Georgia, his posts on his social media platform have gotten even more deranged, more bizarre, more malignant narcissism, sociopathic behavior, the depths of depravity, even beneath what we even believed could be fathomable. And I want to show you this because we can't cover our eyes and close our ears and just ignore this reality. We have to acknowledge that this is what is taking place, that Donald Trump's the leader of the Republican Party, and just how dangerous that is. But as you've always suggested, you said, Ben, don't just post what Donald Trump is doing. Yes, it's important to call it out, to fact check it, and to show how dangerous it is, but also compare it to what President Biden is saying, doing, and posting, because even as President Biden has said, don't compare me to the almighty, compare me to the alternative. And I think the contrast is so clear when you just see what is being discussed in any given day. So here's what's happened over the past 24 hours. So here Donald Trump is posting official MAGA gear. He is posting his mugshot where he surrendered, and he is selling merch that says "Never Surrender" based on his mugshot. Oh, by the way, Alina Habba, his lawyer and spokesperson, said the greatest thing to ever happen to Donald Trump recently is his mugshot. What are you talking about? Play this clip of Alina Habba.
People aren't stupid. The mugshot was probably one of the best things that ever happened to him, probably at this point. So thank you, Fanny.
So yes, he continues to promote the mugshot, this deranged look at him. I mean, pure derangement in this photo. And this is what he's spreading to all of his followers, saying donate to him based on the mugshot. Here's what Donald Trump is reposting: somebody's account by the name of @GodBlessTrump47, and the person writes, and Donald Trump's reposting this, where it says, Trump is my hero because he faces so much on a daily basis. Without even considering giving up, he fights for us and gives it his all because he wants to save America. He's up against so much, and we patriots are standing, and this is all in caps, united, and then it goes, you are brave and bold, and you are a badass. And then it is a photoshopped image of Donald Trump with guns around him, with the guns that say DOJ, indictment, Democrats, George Soros, FBI, fake news, Antifa, Marxist, communist. That's what Donald Trump is posting. Here's another repost that he makes. It's a photo of him, and photoshopped him is the Pepe the Frog, which is used frequently by white supremacists on their message boards. Donald Trump reposts this. How can one person withstand this amount of unwarranted abuse and still function? The answer is God is with him. This is what Donald Trump is posting, folks. Donald Trump is reposting this Fruit Snacks account. Fruit Snacks is a known QAnon account. QAnon is a death cult that says the storm is coming, which says Trump will take over the United States as an emperor and conduct public executions in the Capitol building. That's one of the things that QAnon believes and talks about when they say the storm is coming and all these things. So just so you see, Fruit Snacks always post these QAnon memes of Donald Trump. And this is one that Fruit Snacks posts. We only want Trump! Exclamation point in this one. Let's compare it to, I don't know, what's President Biden posting? President Biden writes, I came to office determined to change the economic direction of this country and to move from trickle-down economics to my middle-out, bottom-up vision, Bidenomics, talking about how Bidenomics focuses on middle out and bottom up, focusing on the 99% of Americans, focusing on delivering things for American workers. And that's the types of photos President Biden is posting, not weird photos. Everybody's out to get me. Wow, wow, wow. Whiny, whiny, whiny crap like Donald Trump is posting. President Biden posts higher education. By the way, like this is in the same 24-hour period, just so you know what's going on. President Biden's posting, higher education should be a ticket to the middle class, not a burden weighing down folks that have been trying to pay their debt for decades. On day one, I promised to fix problems in our student loan program that have hurt borrowers. We're keeping that promise. Here's the latest. And then he provides news and makes clear what some of his policies are there. And by the way, I agree with his policies there, but whether you agree or disagree with his policies, we can have a conversation about policies. That's what politics should be about. Talking about policies. I mean, this Donald Trump WWE cosplay fascism crap is not normal, and we shouldn't normalize that behavior. If there's a debate, hey, I think student loans should be treated this way, I think they should be treated that way, we should have a robust conversation, a robust debate on issues. But this Trump stuff is just insanity. It's not normal. It's not normal behavior. It needs to be called out. President Biden posts, as long as I'm president, my administration will never stop fighting to deliver relief to student loan borrowers and bring the promise of college to more Americans. That's a commitment. Here's another one by President Biden. I spoke with my friend President Zelensky today to wish him and the people of Ukraine a happy Independence Day. May today be a reminder that the forces of darkness and dominion will never extinguish the flame of liberty that lives in the heart of free people everywhere. And let's take a look at what is Donald Trump posting at the same time. Donald Trump is posting, with time, people forget, exclamation point. All of these indictments and lawsuits against me were started by crooked Joe Biden and radical left fascists. It's their weapon of choice in the upcoming 2024 election. Wah, wah, wah. They feel for a fact that the Republican leadership isn't tough enough to stop them or do anything about their abuse and fraud, but I'll stop them because we have no choice. If we don't win, we will have a country no longer. Here's Donald Trump's kind of fascist authoritarian view. He alone can fix it. He alone can fix it. Except, of course, when Donald Trump says, Vladimir Putin, Russia, if you're listening, hack into my political opponents' emails. But again, this is Donald Trump's malignant, narcissistic, sociopathic view that only he has the problems. He who has bankrupted, this is just the stats. He's a loser. He's a coward. He's a loser. Made up that he had bone spurs to ditch the Vietnam War, inherited all of his daddy's money, bankrupted one company, two companies, three companies, four companies, hundreds of lawsuits against him, pretty much loses every case against him. Lost a lawsuit that was brought by E. Jean Carroll. A federal jury found that he's a sexual abuser, a jury of his peers. He was too cowardly to even show up to trial. Lost a case brought by the Manhattan District Attorney. The Trump Organization was found guilty of 17 felonies. Trump's CFO pled guilty to felonies and served time in Rikers Island. I mean, we're just talking about a serial loser here who's bankrupted everything, who doesn't pay his bills, who cons people out of their money, who just a wrecker of lives his entire life, who didn't even have the decency until he was called out by the media to even do anything with the plot of land in the backyard, the backwoods of a golf course where he buried his former wife and let the grass grow. I mean, this is just a putrid individual at the end of the day. Here's his next post. Wow, my interview with Tucker Carlson got so many people watching it. Wow, more than Oprah and Michael Jackson. Dude, just shut up. It's not more than Oprah and Michael Jackson. It's on Elon Musk's Twitter, and his impressions pushing right-wing BS in a show that he hosts on Twitter with Tucker Carlson is not something to be bragging about. It's just so freaking lame. And then compare that. What's President Biden posting right here? President Biden's posting that the Inflation Reduction Act is projected to help triple wind power and increase solar power eightfold, while electricity deployed through the U.S. power grid is expected to be powered by 81% clean energy by 2023. You know, making the case that embracing clean energy means jobs. It means good paying jobs for workers, better working conditions. It means America leading in that area, not regressing. Here's finally Biden's post. Republicans, including the Speaker of the House, have repeatedly tried to repeal key parts of the Inflation Reduction Act. Now, They're taking credit for the billions of dollars in private investment and thousands of jobs coming into their states. See you at the groundbreaking. And here's the thing with MAGA Republicans. It's all gaslighting. At the end of the day, if you all voted against the Inflation Reduction Act, the Infrastructure Act, the CHIPS Act, if you voted against it, own it. Own your vote that you voted against it. Go when you speak to your constituents, tell them, MAGA Republicans, that you were against something that delivered jobs to your constituents because you cared about culture wars that you made up and woke this and woke that and Potato Head and the Barbie movie and Bud Light and Target or whatever idiotic thing that you're angry at the next day that most Americans don't give a crap about. Tell your constituents, own it. But they're too cowardly to even do that. Own your vote. I'd at least have some respect for you if you did that. But MAGA Republicans don't do that. What do? They act like they were the ones who voted for the things that President Biden did. So if you're on the fence, ask yourself this question. If MAGA Republicans were sincere in any of their views, why are they lying all the time? Why are they acting like the thing that they voted against is something that they delivered? And maybe start to think just maybe they do this about everything. Maybe they say that there's whistleblowers who don't really exist. Maybe they say there are audio recordings of President Biden and those things don't exist. Maybe everything that they're actually saying is a lie and gaslighting combined. Maybe that's just what they're doing. And why? Maybe they're doing it for power. Maybe they're doing it because they're trying to trick people into keeping them in power while they help their own interests. Maybe, just maybe. Let's focus on that contrast, folks. Spread these videos. Go to MeidasTouch.com and make sure you spread the word about the MeidasTouch Network. Thank you all so much for watching this. Hit subscribe on YouTube. We're on our way to 2 million subscribers thanks to your support. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next time on the MeidasTouch Network.
Hey Midas Mighty, love this report? Continue the conversation by following us on Instagram @MeidasTouch to keep up with the most important news of the day. What are you waiting for? Follow us now.